Hello.
Oh, hi. Oh, hello.
Yeah. So, funny thing with me in the last, I don't know, month is if I have 2 beers, acid reflux.
Oh. I thought you were going to say 2 beers, gay.
And right to the dick.
Yeah. Right.
It's a slippery slope after all of 2 beers.
Oh, I got. Oh, I'm actually playing our mic.
It's just like, and I even popped a Pepsid. So now, before I drink, I take allergy medicine and Pepsid. And I'm like, even that doesn't do it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's not even a safeguard.
Are you doing like IPAs? What are you drinking that's giving you the heartworm?
Tonight didn't give me allergies, which I felt okay about.
That's good.
But it was just like the house lager at CBC, like the
Really?
easiest, mildest thing. That I'm like, it should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't
Like
be
I
getting
can drink
heartburn
those.
from that.
Yeah. So it's weird.
Yeah. I think I'd... Well, okay, so, serious question, though. If you had the choice between 2 beers giving you heartburn or 2 beers making you gay, which one would you choose? That's a real question.
Well, when I wake up the next morning after heartburn, I never would go.
Right. As opposed
What
to...
did I do?
As opposed to
who am I?
heartburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
What's this lie I've been living?
Right. What's this slime in my... Yeah.
And
Yeah. It's a good point. It's hard to know which one would be better, but that's weird though that just like the basic lager, because in like lagers there's nothing in it. There's like not really any hops, not really. I mean, it's like not even any. There's no sugar left, like nothing. That's weird.
right. So like that is the beer that I've like down most of the growler, even recently when I've been on.
Yeah.
I drink it up!
And all of a sudden, it's just like,
Last German here wants to
boom,
dance country.
hit hard. I haven't changed
Blah,
my mind. I
yeah.
haven't changed.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Hell, I'd get you towed by 3 o'clock this afternoon with nail polish.
We have you 4-1.
It's so
I like those odds.
So interesting.
It's the Smoking
And also, I
Hot
guess the other day I'm like,
Nerds podcast.
That's true. Yeah, because it's too painful in the end. But it's so weird. But what about like if you have like a bunch of Golden Monkey or something along those lines? Is that not
So I
knock you out?
haven't tested, because those boys were fine
Yeah.
before, luckily. But now I don't know. 'Cause,
Interesting.
yeah, I feel like the Belgians, Golden Monkey, the Triple Threat, CBC, all that shit I love. They haven't had Triple Threat bottles for a while, so I haven't been able to test that one.
Yeah.
They do have the Arquebus, their like summer barley wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's real good.
Barley wines
That's
are
14%,
wonderful.
so it's not going to take much.
Yeah, those are serious. It's a thing like right now. Well, so I'm all about the barley wines and the big Belgians and things like that.
It's going
Especially like
hard to see it,
the
don't need much.
Belgian-y stuff. Well, what's cool too. So a bit I was able to kind of get my hands on like 6 or 8 of the, what's it called now? I'm trying to remember. It's Avery's like barrel-aged barley wine. Basically, it's like a bourbon barrel-aged. They call it the Grand Cru, and it is phenomenal. It's like the perfect cigar pairing as well. It's thick, it's viscous. It's like 17%. It's like bigger
my
than
God.
yeah, I know. So it's like
17?
yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, 17. So you got to have one of those and that's about
Right. But
about
then
it.
it's like you haven't put your body through the ringer.
Right.
You haven't had 8, 10, whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. You're not pounding down a whole slew of burrs, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like a limit. But I like to get a lot of bang for the buck, you know, if you're drinking like why I don't understand the folks who'd go like 12 beers, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
like
It's like what?
Bud
12 Bud
Lights.
Lights? Yeah. That
I
doesn't
had
make any
15
sense.
Bud Lights. It's like, that sounds horrible in every way
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
Yeah, and I am wrecked. It's like, yeah, you are, because I mean that's a lot of rice sugar that you just put in your gullet. Pretty gross.
It's not enjoyable.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Your tongue isn't happy. You're not happy.
Nope.
I
Nope.
guess at some point you get okay, but
Yeah. I don't know.
it's the hard way. Yeah, I would much rather have far less awesome strong beer.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's like without a doubt the preference.
And if I'm paying the same amount as they are, I still don't care.
Exactly. That was the thing when Matty K and Schaefer and I went to Belgium that year. It was like we almost you kind of get normalized to the beer situation, like the Belgian beer, where it just kind of becomes kind of a part of your day, and you're like a monk, and you don't really eat that much. You end up eating mostly just French fries and mayonnaise, which is surprisingly
monks
good.
did.
Yeah, just like the monks did, exactly.
They're freedom fries. I
Yeah.
think they call them freedom fries back then.
They did, yeah. The celibacy fries, I think, is what they're partially called as well. Which are
Freedom from women fries.
yeah. But it does because you see why the bigger beers were created for those fasting times, because they do kind of like nourish you and sustain you and stuff. So you kind of just
Fill in some gaps.
you just have waffles and fries and you know, and then I wish
Was
Schaefer
that
was
the
here.
history lesson you got of Belgium?
Yeah, they were just like, and once a year for Lent, all the Belgian monks got real gay and real drunk, and that was their life for 6 weeks, or I don't even know how long is Lent nowadays. Has it changed, or has it always been ancient?
I think it's the same.
Yeah, always been
What's
long.
Fat Tuesday?
Yeah,
That part of all that?
that's when you get nuts, right?
Mardi Gras.
And then after you get nuts, then you go celibate,
And
or
then you have
whatever.
to, which is perfect for Catholics, because that was the whole thing, was like, you gotta go hard and then regret the hell out of it the next day.
Right.
And feel all the guilt you can. Right? That's
It's
Catholicism.
100% the opposite of what Paul, who's kind of like their, you know, guy, besides there's like God,
Right.
Jesus, Holy Spirit-ish, Paul, like Peter and Paul, they're pretty high up there. Yeah, for sure.
Petey's up there.
Petey's
as the first
pretty
pope.
high. But Paul's
Petey the First Pope. That's my favorite new cartoon.
Petey the first. Oh, that would be a great kids cartoon. There's so much other stuff like the two
On this
popes,
rock
the
I
young
build
pope.
my church.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the opening song would be.
Oh, that's good. Let's write that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down as an idea. First Pope, Petey the First Pope, because I think that's a nice change from like Jude Law. He played like the young Pope, right? Or he's kind of off the hinges. He's an American. He smokes, and you got the two popes with that little drama thing with Anthony Hopkins and what's his name from Pirates of the Caribbean. Petey the First Pope. I could see that on Netflix Kids, for sure, without a doubt. Done.
Would there be blowback?
Well, as long as there's
No one would care.
no, you make it nice and you tell moral stories and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Petey the First Pope, because
Well,
they're
I
all
was thinking,
kids.
I didn't have a direction in on that idea.
The nuns are all everybody's kids. The nuns are kids. The popes are kids. The bishops are kids. Everyone's kids.
Well, if there's a bunch of kids and it's a Catholic show, you can't just have one dude there.
Right.
Same with all those kids. That's
Right.
not good optics. So
That's-
you
yeah.
gotta have all kids.
It's like Fisher Price. Everything's a kid. So yeah, everyone's little. So that I think that works really well. I love that idea.
Except for that one giant kid.
Yeah, the big kid.
Jesus, guys.
Yeah.
How are we doing, my fellow kids?
Doing great. Where'd you get that van? Oh, don't worry about it. but
Don't
there's Bibles
worry.
in there.
How are you able to drive if you're just a kid like us? Don't just get in the van.
With my feet.
Dirty
feet. Well, that was Paul's whole thing, right? Was don't
He's in the dirty
sin
feet.
the washing feet. That's a thing.
Do you
for
like
sure,
Quentin
yeah.
Tarantino?
Yeah.
That's his thing.
That would be good too, actually. A Tarantino version of
Good
Petey the
show.
First Pope.
Yeah, directors take it on every week, different director, and the Tarantino one, you're like, whoa. okay.
Right. Oh, that's
I
good.
guess I should have seen this coming.
Robert Rodriguez for one of them, and Tarantino for
Jon
another.
Favreau.
Yeah.
Just because he's, yeah.
Ronnie Howard can do the wholesome
Ron
one
Howard can
with
do
a good
one?
ending. Yeah, where everyone becomes friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't I've been on that
Friends.
Formula One kick. I watched Rush on Netflix, and it's it's about like Niki Lauda. It's
That's not the Hemsworth one.
yeah, it's Thor
Is it?
and
That's the Hemsworth one.
Thor and
Okay.
Baron. What did Daniel
Baron
Bruhl
Munchausen?
play? No, no, I was gonna say that.
Zemo's in it?
Zemo's in it, yeah. So Zemo and
Oh,
Thor
I didn't know he was in it.
playing adversaries because Zemo plays Niki Lauda, the F1 driver. Yeah, so it was great. But there was a moment in the movie where I was like, this is like too nice. Like everything is just perfectly shot, perfectly written, perfectly paced out. And I was like, who directed this movie? And it was a little Ronnie Howard. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You can always tell a Spielberg and a Ronnie Howard because everything's just like kind of just perfectly dialed in.
Very.
There's nothing out of sorts, out of shape. Hair is always kind of perfect.
Daniel Bruhl doesn't have diarrhea
Right.
randomly in some scene, and you just go, what happened?
Well, he just had diarrhea. He had fake teeth though, and that was really annoying because the real Niki Lauda had kind of like big, kind of almost buck teeth, and so like people,
Okay.
like when he was younger, they would make fun of him and say he was a rat. So they gave him the teeth, but it got in the way of his face doing stuff, doing
it like-
acting.
Yeah, what's his name doing? I didn't watch the Queen, Freddie Mercury.
A little bit,
I,
yeah, a little bit. That one,
Mhm.
I do like that movie a lot, and Rami Malek, great in it.
Rami Malek.
Remy,
Bring me a river.
He's fantastic, but the teeth are a lot. I feel like he, as a human, his teeth are big enough. Like you didn't need to put fake teeth on top of his teeth, because then it just gets awkward. Maybe
That's
put a
just
little
tooth
padding.
on tooth action.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
go to movies to see that.
It was just too much tooth on tooth. And so it spends a lot of the movie like covering his own teeth, which I know is kind of trying to play the character a little bit, but it was a lot. It was just a lot of teeth.
Well, yeah, it just draws attention away.
Yeah.
And you're going, I know this is fake. That's the thing is you go, I know this is fake.
Right. Yeah. It definitely hurts the integrity.
You're drawing attention to it. We're all paying
Mhm.
attention to it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that. I'm gonna check and see if I've got any. I don't even know where to find the comments anymore on Facebook. Everything's changed. I'm starting to feel like an old person.
Did Facebook change?
Well, it changed
Did
the
Facebook change?
it changed the way it does live stuff. So they're not live. What is it? Oh, look, I got a comment. How about that? Tyson says he enjoyed the flick. Interesting take on their competitive relationship. I did enjoy it. I shouldn't say that I
Rush.
didn't like Rush. Yeah, I actually really, really enjoyed it. It took me a minute to kind of get into it, but Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl are such great actors, and Olivia Wilde is in it, and it's just like a lot of really good people.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it was right there in that moment in time where Hemsworth was becoming Thor and she was becoming famous. I think that was around the time that Tron was coming out. So things were happening for them.
Was it that long ago?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
But good movie, Tyson. I agree with you. It was good. It was just when I think because I'd been watching like a lot of documentaries and a lot of what do you call it? Like kind of indie movies. So when you watch a lot of that kind of stuff, and then you go to a Ronnie Howard or a Spielberg, it's like, wow, that's slick. It's a slick movie. Yeah. So I'm gonna slide this over. But as I was saying with Facebook, yeah, they've changed all the things. So now it's kind of like, I don't know how to get back to the page where I'm in charge. Whatever. I'll just leave it like this, and we'll reply as things go along. So the main thing, have you seen the move? So the guy that's you probably can't see the overlay, but the guy that's at the center of our overlay.
Oh, I have our.
Called
I pulled up the YouTube.
Did you pull it? Yeah. So take a look at that guy. It's a documentary on Hulu called In and of Itself. Have you watched it?
The dude with the beardy beard?
The guy holding up the paper boat.
Oh, okay. No, I have not.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
What's it called?
It's called In and of Itself. Well, that was the original title. And then they changed the title to whatever his name is. It's something weird. Daniel Debba.
Oh, yeah, Daniel Debba.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Guy,
Yeah, he's great. He's a great guy. I love him. So his In and of Itself. So it's this one-man show that he did in New York, I think, of course. And it was the douchiest 20 minutes I have ever seen in my life. Yeah. I could not
Well, it has
handle
to be
it.
Pretentious as hell, probably.
It was bazonkers. It was just crazy. It was crazy. Our friend Tyson says, would you give the nod to Rush or Ford versus Ferrari in regards to quality of theatrical capture of race film? That's a really good question. Have you seen both of them, Eric, or not?
I've maybe seen neither. Let's go with that.
That's good. That's good. Well, you
For
can
sake of
give
variety.
an uninformed opinion. We're okay with that.
From the commercials.
Yeah, from the trailers. How'd you feel? Yeah. He's still thinking, I'll go first. So the thing is that Rush, weirdly, the races, they look like toys. I don't know if they use miniatures or I know that they use CG for a lot of the stuff. But there's when Lauda and Chris Hemsworth's character were in Formula 2, so they're racing slightly different cars. And there's a point where they kind of hit each other and they spin out. And I swear to you, they were toys. Like somebody played with the toy. Like we're just
It was miniatures.
Yeah,
sure,
it
not
looked like
CGI,
miniatures.
not-
Yeah, or it was a computer graphics artist or team of artists who didn't understand what speed looked like, So it was bad. But I would have to say that Ford versus Ferrari, which I think Nico said something similar, as a person who didn't really care about racing at that point, it kind of made me care. So I was already into Formula One when I watched Rush, which was a few weeks ago. But when I saw Ford versus Ferrari, I didn't care about racing at all, and I really liked it. And I don't know if it won the Oscar, but it was nominated for sound editing, which it should have been because it was killer. Like the sound of the cars racing was really immersive and really fantastic. So yeah, I would say I would give the nod to Ford versus Ferrari in terms of capturing what racing is like. It was pretty good, pretty solid one. So, okay, your thoughts?
My thoughts. Well, in all my years as a professional race car driver,
That's
gonna
code
go
for
with
toilet.
Kimmy the Love Bug was actually the most accurate movie. Herbie the Love Bug beats everything else in terms of the most accurate race movie.
The original or the remake?
The reboot.
Yeah,
With
obviously.
Lindsay Lohan.
Obviously, yeah. Anytime you say reboot with Lindsay Lohan, that's the clear and abundant winner.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Yeah. It's
I
perfect.
just call it a relo.
Yeah. the old relo. Tyson also says if you haven't seen Senna, I highly suggest it. That's a good one too. That's a documentary about Senna, the Formula One driver. You seen that one?
From a long time ago, I may have seen parts.
Yeah, they did a remake with Lindsay Lohan.
Oh,
Yeah.
that I definitely saw.
You saw that
Okay.
one, yeah. She plays Senna. She was great as him. But yeah, it's a good one. It's a
Too
it's a,
many
it's a-
teeth again. Once
yeah,
again.
once again.
She had like great white shark, 5 rows of teeth. I'd be going, come on. I'm
Yeah.
just looking
Yeah.
at all these teeth. And why are they sharpened?
And also, we know you're a woman. We don't need all the teeth. Let's go. Knock it off. Yeah.
And those nude scenes, it was confusing.
Yeah.
And there you are,
Right.
nude, and I'm supposed to think you're a man. And
Why are you
I don't
topless in
know,
the car? This is just
Yeah,
gonna hurt.
right.
That's all that's gonna happen. Those nuggets of rubber flying up and popping you.
Little known, he always had to tape his giant boobs before every race. You didn't know it until you saw the movie.
Just duct tape those things down, or let them fly. 200 miles an hour down straightaways. Let it fly.
Imagining a spin out and the tape breaks. And it's just
Yeah. Yeah.
that'd be intense. Talk about sound design.
I know. Flop, flop, flop. But yeah, Senna is a fantastic documentary. I was a huge fan of that one for sure. Really solid telling. And that was before I was in Formula One as well. So it's kind of fun to watch it from that perspective. So I might have to hop on and check it out again. One of these days. So yeah. So thanks for the comments and questions, Tyson. Appreciate you
Yes, Tyson.
stopping by.
You should be here talking instead of me.
Well, yeah, you should. Sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Oh, Facebook, you're just killing me right now
no.
with all the craziness.
Facebook down.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me do a little research while we talk here and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So, hop onto that. We're gonna hop onto my page. Okay, good.
Right. Yeah. We think Nico's gonna pop on at any moment.
Yeah, I know. Here's hoping. Oh, it says. What does it say here? It says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Oh, but why? Where did we go?
We're sorry.
I don't understand.
Okay, bye.
I don't understand. So we'll see if it clears itself up here shortly. Is it
Was
playing?
it playing at all, or had it not played at all?
No, it was rolling. It was rolling. I was looking at the comments, and then as I was scrolling down the comments, all of a sudden, it stopped playing. So we'll hop on in just a few.
died.
We'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a couple weeks. Has it been two weeks since we've all?
Yes, 2 weeks away. So it's been 3 weeks since we have done anything.
Oh, you're right. 3 weeks since we did a podcast. So how are things? Things cruising along for you?
Yeah, things
Yeah.
are good.
Good.
I think I'd mentioned last time maybe I'd gotten the new this year's scene recreation
Oh,
project.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
again, remind us.
Jurassic Park.
That's right.
So I'm doing it Flintstones style.
Flintstones Jurassic Park. That's right. That'll be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that'd be great if that's all it is, but my tiny scene then jumps to Samuel L. Jackson and everyone around the computer.
Oh, so you've got some dinosaur, you got some Tyrannosaurus moment,
Yeah.
and then you've got the computer moment.
Yep, I've got the
Ah.
T-Rex and the don't breathe, don't move.
Yeah.
Can't see you if you don't move. The
Yeah.
sniff, and then the playing with the car and pushing the car over the edge and then repelling. Yep,
Yikes.
all that.
Oof.
And then I also have to do this other scene. I'm just like, no, I could just not care and bang out something stupid and ugly, but
Yeah.
I have a hard time doing that.
Yeah. Definitely. It's not fun. Excuse me, to have to feel like, well, you never want to half-ass it, but you also don't necessarily. Sometimes it's like, ugh, this is going to take me forever if I do it the way that I want it to get done. So,
Right.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's a whole different cast. It's like I think I've got my first part cast figured out, but yeah.
Yeah, as opposed
like
to being
now I
able to
have-
just do one thing, and that's
One
it, right?
setup,
Yeah.
build crap for one thing. So yeah, I don't know. Part of me is like, I'll see if my roommate just wants to do it. Say, hey, you want to have fun?
I want to do
Here
this
you go.
this second half
Do
here.
this other thing. I was gonna do Seinfeld with it, but you do whatever you want.
Yeah, you do your thing. Do your thing. Hey, there it is. No, it's not. Oh, I don't know what's going on with the video. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if people can watch us or not. So tell you what, I'm
just
gonna.
gonna look. I'm on.
Yeah,
Facebook.
you
Let
take a
me
look
this
at the
up.
Facebook. I'm going to do a little post here. I'll say, if you're having trouble finding us, come on over to YouTube. If you're having trouble finding our live stream on Facebook tonight, it's acting strange. Come on over to YouTube and have a
It's
listen.
looking like it exists.
Yeah? Oh,
I've
is it
seen
playing?
video.
Is it playing?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
It is.
Sounds good. I hate having
Yeah, it's running.
technical
wait.
difficulties.
Now it just told me, sorry, we're having trouble.
Did it? Okay.
But
Yeah.
it did show it, which is bizarre.
Let's see here. Yeah, I showed it
For a
here.
hot second.
Yeah, it says it's rolling. So here, I'm going to just post this anyways.
Mhm.
For the folks, come on over to YouTube and watch us. And then, not now. And then I'm going to share it as well. Because I'd like to have like a little bit of, that was fun having having our friend Tyson commenting, you know, and able to
Yes.
have a little conversation. It's fun. Here's share now public. Boom. Okay, there we go. Now we'll just kind of have to play it out. Did you have you had a chance to watch anything of late?
I think only that Bad Batch show, Loki, and Real Time with Bill Maher. I think that's the only thing.
Oh,
I like
nice.
on Saturday and Sunday. I watch those.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, I don't think I caught anything else. How about you?
I have not watched any of Loki yet, actually. So I need to get caught up on that one. But yeah, I've been kind of plunking away at things. The stuff that I posted that we were all going to talk about were, of course, being selfish, saying these are the things that I've been watching because I figured I didn't know who was going to be on tonight. So I was just like, we're all talking about these things. But yeah, that documentary on Hulu, good Lord, it was so bad and so douchey. Like, this guy is doing some kind of like magic show, whatever. And so the show starts with him in the show.
Oh, this is the New York City.
Yeah, the in and of itself. And he's telling this story about this guy who joined a roulette game and he shot, kept on winning, and so people kept on betting and he kept on winning, so he started making money. And it's really hard to get the emphasis across to why this was so bad. But the thing is, like, the guy who's performing, this dude, he was taking so many long pauses, and he looked like he was going to cry, like, through the story. And it was, like, so self-indulgent and disgusting. I was just like, what are you doing? I hate you. Like, I hate you. I love you. Yeah. So I was out. And I'd heard a lot of people talking about how it's, like, the greatest documentary they've ever seen. I was like, nope. I'm not watching it. I don't care. There's just
You're
no.
like, what else do you watch?
Yeah. right.
This is the greatest documentary you've seen.
Yeah. The last documentary that
Dogs
they saw.
taking a shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say watching their dump go down the toilet. That was about it. So bad. So do not watch it. Or I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Everybody.
Or do, and you'll love it.
Yeah.
And we'll judge you.
A lot of times that's what happens, though, right? It's like when someone says it's terrible, you go in with no expectations, and suddenly it's great. So there's that.
It's amazeballs.
Yeah. It is amazeballs. But yeah, I watched Training Day as well this week.
I thought I was like, is that Training Day?
Yeah. It's a good one, man. Still holds up nicely. Yeah, really good movie. I mean, Denzel's great in it. Ethan still hasn't gotten his teeth fixed, so it's a little weird. But yeah, good movie. Like, it's pretty intense, man. It's like real gritty. That was Antoine Fuqua's like early work, so it was like real dingy and real gritty. But I liked it a lot. It was good. Yeah. Have you seen it or not in a while?
Nah, I haven't watched it.
We're gonna get to something that we've both seen, and it's gonna be fun without having to talk about Star Wars. Right. So I watched Wizard of Oz this week. You seen it, Eric?
Yeah, kind of. I've seen parts.
Actually, it might be easier if we just start listing the movies that you have seen.
Things that I have seen.
Yeah.
It's very likely. But then again, even then, I'll be like, the G.I. Joe animated movie.
Right.
I'll be like, you son of a bitch.
Right. It's like
Name something real, Eric.
Yeah. Name something real and current. Current-ish. I'll take current-ish. Because Bad Batch would be one. I just haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
And Loki,
I
of
mean,
course.
I'll watch current crap that's whatever.
Yeah.
I watched For All Mankind.
Oh,
There
you
go.
did. There you go. Yeah, we're going to have a
I
good
am
long chat about that.
All caught up on that.
Yeah. It was a good
You
one.
finished it?
Yeah, I finished it a couple nights ago. Finally. Yeah, I was watching the
It's a wacky.
Yeah, it's the wacky one. Yeah. Finale is fantastic. It does a whole bunch of great things. We'll talk about it, when we have our full episode on it, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But there is a moment in the second season. Karen, is her name Karen? Yeah, Karen Baldwin, the mom.
Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, I remember her as Karen, but is that
Yeah,
just I'm
yeah.
putting Karen on
Right,
her?
right. Well, unfortunately, they called her that before Karen was a thing, and so it just kind of was there. But Karen's a very popular name, so it's not let's not
My
be
mom's
mad at
name
it.
is
Your
Karen.
mom's name is Karen, exactly.
She's not a Karen.
She's not a Karen at all.
She's just a Karen.
Yeah, she's a caring Karen. That's what I would say. Very caring Karen.
She's a Karen.
Yeah. But there's a moment towards the end of the series or the season, and I won't spoil what was going on, but she was never in the entire series ever sexualized by any stretch of the imagination. Something that the show did really well was letting the women be who they were, and it was like really, really great. But there was a scene in which she kind of like comes out from around the bar, and she's wearing this like pink like skirt, and it was like way huggier on the rear end than like usual. And then she kind of like scooches herself out, and the camera does this little like foreshadowing sort of like tilt down, and you see kind of like her rear end kind of like pass by the camera, and that's when she gets hit on by the bartender. And I was like, you sons of guns, throwing a little bit of that dirty foreshadowing our way. Just like it was
dirty foreshadowing.
because the entire show has no like sexual stuff really. It's like extremely
hardly anything.
Yeah.
There is implied, but it's
yeah.
bras on. It's not even like naked back
Right.
of women.
Well, even like
There's always a
early
bra on.
with Gordo's philandering, nothing really crazy going on. So when that hit, I didn't know what show I was watching all of a sudden. I was like, it's a booty. It's a girl booty.
It's a butt.
It's a butt. It's a butt. But it's a great show. Great show. Brian's a great editor, great part of that show. We're excited to talk to him about it. I'm excited
Currently
to talk to him about it.
busy on it.
Yes. Yeah, currently very busy. So working on that. So it's a good one. I'm looking to see if our live stream's just not happening. It's a bummer. All right, folks, come on over to YouTube if you're watching the live. But yeah, so the other thing was this Dogecoin millionaire. Well, he's not a millionaire anymore.
Was. Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah,
what
lost
Doge.
2 million.
Yeah, about 2 million. Because when we were talking about it, it was around 50 cents. So I think that in the bank he had about 1.5 million. But there was a point at which Doge was at 70 something cents, and that's when he had about 2.5 million. And currently it's at 27 cents. So he's probably at like close to $1 million. So I think his portfolio was like 800,000 give or take. So, not like that's a bad place to be, but still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When you start with 180,000, it's not a terrible place to find yourself.
Yep.
But I find it interesting because it was sort of like I've had those micro versions of that where I've got a few Ethereum in the portfolio, and right now it's hovering around just under 2,000. And I bought all of mine at under 2,000. But there was a point at which it was like 4,500.
Oh,
And so I mean, there's a day in which it could be 5, it could be 10,000. Who knows? It might still, do well. But, short term wise, maybe I should have sold when it was at 45, or whatever, like double my money essentially, So it's a lot of that kind of stuff where it's like, you never know with stock market, with investments, with all that kind of stuff, So
if you knew, then you would play it perfectly.
yeah, exactly. Because the Dogecoin that we invested in is about it was almost 60 cents when I bought it.
Oh yeah.
And so, we're down.
We went from $5 to like what are we at, $2 or something now?
Yeah, 250, 235.
Oh, $2.50.
Yeah, give or take. So, yeah, it's a tough time. It was, put a lot in crypto in the since January, and with the exception of Ethereum and Cardano, my entire portfolio is down, over 50%. So it's kind of a bummer. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a little bit, but gotta keep on pressing forward.
I mean,
and
that's the market.
Yeah. Can't think about it too much. You just think, you took a chance, and so you gotta play the long game. That's what I'm doing. Just playing the long game instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it seemed like crypto was that fast way around. Oh, we don't have to play the long game if we play this game.
Right. Yeah.
But for some people, right, small amount that went in and then did pull out, and then
Yeah, if you're day trading, if you've got that mindset, and I went into it with a long-term mindset. I was thinking like at the very least like a 5-year sort of commitment to all this kind of stuff. So at the very least 5 years before I started pulling money out. So where it is. So you gotta have to take the lows with the highs. Unfortunately.
that's right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Right. Let's go. Oh well, there it goes.
What happened?
Well, I was trying to grab my new lights to show you, but it fell down on the ground.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, let me show you my. Never mind.
Watch the monitor. Yeah, I'm dropping a lot lately. So.
I'll be back in 1 minute. Mother. Beep beep.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm back. It's fine. No worries. It's fine.
Everything's fine. But yeah, I got some new tube lights here. I'll just grab it while we're here.
Yeah, grab your tube. Like a boomerang in your chair? Oh, it's
one of these.
Oh,
yeah.
You've got a light wand?
Yeah, so I got four of them. Let me turn it down even more. Oh,
You're like the Darth Maul of lighting.
Yeah. Oh, I got 2 double sabers.
You're more like General Grievous. Crap. Sorry, I went to Star Wars.
There we are.
I mean, you can't
okay.
blame me.
No,
You
we're
put
there.
a lightsaber in
It's the only movie you've seen, so
screen.
it's fine.
It's the only 5 movies I've seen. Everyone goes, it's 5.
Right. Oh, I haven't seen Empire. Haven't seen it yet.
I refuse. No way it's living up to the hype.
Huh? Let's see here. So yeah, it's full RGB, which is
So
super
you can
cool.
go any color. Well,
So yeah, pretty much any color on the
okay,
spectrum.
you can.
Yeah.
Are you just like rotating a
It's
disc, or how are you?
like this little LED display right here. So it's got buttons for hue and dimmable and all that stuff. But what's also kind of cool about this, well, not kind of, it is really cool, is that it also has gel options. So the Roscoe and Lee gels, like the traditional gels that you put on, like the old school lights, it has all of those programmed in here. So say you're on like a set with someone who knows those old school lights. Yeah. They're like, oh, I want the Roscoe 128. And they're like, boom, got it. That kind of thing. So it's pretty cool. But
That takes me back to my days working on King Lear
there you go. I'm going to put it right. Where should I put it?
at the old Continental. Where was the Continental?
Where was it?
Making
Continental?
it up. Let me tell my fake story, kid.
Did you ever work on King Lear? Kling Lear?
No.
Yeah. No.
Queen Lear.
Queen.
Yas, Queen Lear.
It was kind of like Hamilton, where everyone was homosexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think that's what Hamilton was about. Yeah.
yeah. I don't even know what I have no idea what Hamilton is about. I've never seen it, never read about
you
it.
can take a
Never
vague
heard the music.
stab at what it's about.
Yeah, I could take a guess.
What's your
at-
guess? If you just had to take a guess out of the blue, what Hamilton?
I'm guessing it's about the founding of the $10 bill, because that's what
Yes.
Hamilton's on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But told through musical. It's kind of like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And
Through the eyes of
the tiger.
a big fat Benjamin.
Right.
The Benjamin Franklin
No, Benji.
$100 bill version of Benjamin Franklin.
That's what I was
he
thinking.
tells the story.
That's what I was thinking. That I just assumed that it's some alternate retelling of the founding of the United States using a multicultural cast.
Mhm.
Is that close?
Yeah. It's like the underdog, I guess. I don't know. The guy's doing the guerrilla warfare. Oh, it's the Americans, but let's make it social.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
British are white guys, and
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay. Oh,
and the
okay.
Americans are minorities. I think,
Gotcha.
is what they
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
I didn't watch it.
What? So why are we talking about it? No, I didn't watch it. It's not old enough.
So we can be our own version of douchebags talking about a play we haven't seen or a musical. Sorry.
When they make Hamilton the cartoon musical, then
With
we're
G.I. Joe
talking about
characters.
yeah. It's just Roblox and Seaside Seaworthy. What is his name? The sailor?
Strike. Who's the beginning guy? What's his name? Striker or Stripe? I don't know.
Captain? No. Okay, hang on. There was Lieutenant
I
Falcon.
mean, Roblox is wonderful.
Roblox
and
is a
he
good
could
one.
always talks and rhymes.
Yeah.
So it'd be perfect.
And Lieutenant Falcon, right? He's a guy. Duke.
Look out, you British goon. I'll beat you down with my spoon. He has a big spoon fight. Big ladle.
Must be tough to be from overseas. I wouldn't want to smell your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah. take
White
that.
power.
Yeah.
Wait.
And then smash him with your ladle.
Yeah.
Roadblock.
Wasn't there a cook? Wasn't there a chef? What was his name? Sloppy Joe or something?
Yes, old Floppy
Yeah.
Joe.
I loved Sloppy Joe.
Floppy Joe. He's the worst of the G.I. Joes.
Oh, man.
Floppy Joe.
There had to have been a chef. There's a cook in the group, I think. I don't remember his name.
There should be. But
Chow
I don't
Time?
know if there is. Well, there was. Yeah, Chow Time. And he was Asian. It was really offensive.
And they had Galley, but he just left cigarettes in the mush. Yeah, that was a tough one. Chow Time.
There they did focus on Cobra Cook that got stuck underwater. I think I told you guys about this one way back when.
You're gonna
Where
have to tell
the,
the story again.
Where the aircraft carrier got sunk.
Uh,
Like a Cobra ship smashed into it and it sunk. But then there's a pocket of air, and so this crazy Cobra Chef, along with some of the androids, bots, I can't remember what the hell they're called. Yeah, they were hanging out down there.
Wow.
And then the Joes went and found him because they're all looking for a weapon.
Did he defect to G.I. Joe, or did he stay?
No,
a
he just
Cobra?
became insane and tried to assassinate everybody.
What?
He was like, "I'm the king down here, and I'm putting you on trial." And all of a sudden, he had a periwig, and I think he had the full outfit. So I don't know where this judge costume came from down there.
That sounds
But
like a
he
chef.
found it.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it kind of does.
The
doesn't
second
it?
he gets a
Sure,
chance, he
chef.
turns into a dictator. Yeah,
Mhm.
about right.
For sure. They should reboot that episode with Gordon Ramsay.
Was he in a G.I. Joe episode?
No, I'm saying. He
Oh,
should
do
be.
that,
They
both
should
Gordon.
reboot
Yeah,
that
yeah.
episode.
Oh, that's a good
with
idea.
Gordon Ramsay.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
And throw Simon Cowell in there somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Just
remarkable.
all the a-hole TV personalities.
Yeah.
We love being a-holes.
Just being back in the thing. Gordon's a nice guy. Met him a couple times back in the day. Genuinely nice person.
Yeah.
But what I don't think that I could like be me, like the nice me, and then like play an a-hole in a reality show. I wouldn't want to have that confusion of who I truly was. That would be weird.
Yeah. Or like a Tim Heidecker.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm Tim Heidecker, but then just this terrible version of himself.
Yeah.
He plays. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I could play a terrible version of myself like as a one-off in like a show. You know, if you're a celebrity.
Taking it on
yeah.
all the time.
But not making that be your thing.
This is my signature thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard.
Mhm.
But I guess I feel like if you're coming up as a chef, like I've heard him talk about stories from, you know, where he came from and who trained him, and he's just like, you think I'm hard, you should have got a load of bling blang.
Bling
What
blang.
he told me when I was under him.
Bling blang sunk a dang G.I. Joe aircraft carrier and turned into a judge.
He sunk the flag right into me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know where the periwig came from. He had it.
Yeah, he just had it. He always had
He
it.
had a gavel.
Yeah. It smelled like fry oil. He had it for so long. Carried it with him everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah. When you got fish and chips, it'd be, instead of the newspaper, it was that wig.
Wig and chips is what they called it. I was looking over at our YouTube live stream, and you know we don't have anybody. Well, we got 2 people watching, so that's good. But there's
One of them maybe.
probably just you and me. They got a guy doing a Dogecoin Hangout. Buy the Doge dip. He's got 287 people watching. Where's our 287 folks?
The Doge dip?
Yeah.
Well, I think they would be there. You give important information. I'm here for the one-liners.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess
I can't carry a show.
They say they say to get views you have to be good. I don't know what that means, but we're trying. We're trying real hard.
Well, it's like when you and Nico were going off on stocks and crypto and all that. All of a sudden, it was like action.
That was good. That was kind of fun actually to have an episode where we were getting some action. Some people. I mean, to us, action is 5 people.
Yeah, sure.
You know, watching. So, but it's enjoyable nonetheless. So, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just nice to chat with you. It feels like it's been a while. You know. Yeah. So, there's Nico. He says, "Hey, bros." Maybe Nico's one of our views. Hey, Nico.
Hello.
We miss you and your baby
daddy.
face. Yeah. Everybody's having babies except for Eric. He's giving mouth babies. Yeah. It's a good song.
Yeah.
I came up with
The
that
mouth babies song.
just now. Yeah, just now.
Mouthy babies.
Just stick them anywhere you want. I'm gonna pin Nico's message just because I can. Do whatever I want. I'm in charge. The
the nice. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go first.
I was just gonna say, that nice write-up.
Oh yeah, from
Nice interview.
Shout out Colorado. It was lovely. Yeah, it was nice. Good. They do a thing where basically people just kind of give them people to do write-ups about, and so is Francis Marin had given them my information. So,
nice.
Which I didn't know. So it's kind of funny because then I did the interview, sent them some pictures, and I texted her and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give them your name and stuff like that because I used some of the pictures she took of me." And she was like, "Oh, I already did one. It's coming out next week." Yeah, too late.
Yeah. I nominated you, silly.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
I nominate you, Pikachu. So it was cool. It was nice to have a little bit of that. It's cool. It's nice, but it also it felt like a little, what's the word? Self-indulgent because there's a lot of talking about myself, which is, it's admittedly one of my favorite topics. But yeah, it's.
I love doing it, but
still feels, excuse me, relatively douchey, but still fun nonetheless.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Yeah. I did nominated you, but you got to live in Colorado.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I haven't lived there in over 16 years.
Many years. Oh, that was what I wanted to bring up last week. If it was just you and me again, was the hockey situation. Just like on the Colorado side, just epic meltdown of a team. Not necessarily getting their asses handed to them, but they just didn't come out looking good at all. And
Think about those. Yeah, 7-game series. It's like till it's over, you don't know what's going to happen.
for sure. I don't remember how did the Bruins fare in terms of like, was it a
was
competitive series?
Not really. Bruins pretty much the same thing. Just kind of. They had a couple injured guys on the back end, so that hurt. And we found out that their goalie Tuukka Rask had an injury. I was playing with an injury, so it's like, well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's going to end a series real easily. So yeah, if he was 100%, yeah, maybe games would have at least been tighter because there were a couple games towards the end that just kind of got away.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah, kind of like the Colorado, where it's just like, oh boy, not only are they getting they're not just getting edged out, they're beat.
Yeah.
They are getting a beating.
And those last 2 games, it was as if, because a lot of hockey is, I wouldn't necessarily say luck, but the puck's got to go
When
your
you
way.
Get to a point.
Yeah,
when
there's
it's two
real
evenly
lucky
matched
bounces.
Teams in the playoffs, it's the hockey gods.
Yeah, and they just got no rebound, no bounce, no nothing coming off the goalie. Everything was hitting him and falling, and every time there was a rebound, no one was. So there's a lot of hockey stuff that was just like, wow, this is weird, because they were just getting no bounces. So
Well, and they were like, credit to Vegas in how smothering their defense got.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was blown. I would watch that, and you're still seeing Colorado skate like crazy and do these pirouettes and come around.
Yeah.
And whatever Vegas defender, man on man, were just glued to everybody. It
Yeah.
was like, and the pace was crazy fast.
Yeah.
That's why I assumed Vegas was just gonna steamroll over Montreal.
yeah, me too.
And now they're facing elimination, which I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, is that what's going on right now? I should
Yeah.
throw it
They're
on my
down
phone while we're.
3-2 in the series. I think the game's on. Is it
Yeah.
on tonight?
Yeah, I think it's on right
The
now.
other
Let
one.
me bring up the
They've
app.
had to. It's the hard thing in this time of year, post-pandemic especially. And me having to go to bed early, and I'm like, I'm kind of out of the loop.
Yeah,
I'm having to look at highlights,
yeah. I've been able to
catching the games.
watch the last few. I've been trying to get myself up consistently early so I can work out, so that I'm basically working like a 9 to 5. Because 8 hours isn't necessarily enough to get everything done. But when I don't even know how many shoots I've had the last 3-4 weeks. But then when you edit, but I mean not like oh, a little here, a little there. It's just like head down, and then you look up and you're like, oh, it's tiring. It's exhausting. So I've been watching the hockey games at night to chill out. 2-1 Montreal. Ooh. Yeah, counting down the seconds in the second period.
It's making Colorado not look good.
Well, see, that's the thing. So I was telling my mom I said I want Vegas to win now, because I want the team that beats Colorado to be the team that goes to the cup. Then that means you got beaten by the best team. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
kind of always been my philosophy on the thing. If you get knocked out of the playoffs, you should get knocked out by the team that wins. That's what I would always want.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you can always argue our team is top 4, even though they were only top 8.
Yeah, yeah. When I was watching one of the games, it wasn't the elimination game, but maybe the one before. I was watching with Sarah. We were at her house, and I was like watching, and Vegas won, and then on their in the hockey rings they have like the TV screens that kind of go all the way around, and it said victory, but it had the Golden Knights helmets up there, and it was the first time I had noticed that the helmet is a V in like the face shield thing. And so I'm looking at it, I go, oh, it's a V. That's clever. Just discovered something real special, real new.
And she look at you and she's like,
Pretty much. Like, yeah, that's a V. That's what we've all known since the beginning of time.
every time you watch sports now, you should just pretend that you're discovering the cleverness of every single sports logo. Be
Yeah,
like, oh my
definitely.
God,
Yeah.
Miami, that's a dolphin on their helmet.
Like, the Rocky Mountains.
I thought it was Rocky Balboa. I was
Yeah.
like, he was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I thought it was Coors, like
Doesn't
Coors
make any
Light.
sense.
Yeah. Right, exactly. It's a priest, a padre. I get it. Okay. There we go.
But at some point when you're a kid and you just get used to the name of these teams, I was that kid where I was just like, the Raiders. What are the Raiders? I don't know. They're the Raiders. They kind of look like pirates, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Padre. I don't know. Till I...
Yeah. There's the Seattle Kraken. They're happening soon. And they got some cool uniforms. But I remember when they first came out, it was like everyone was posting like, it's the Space Needle. Because they somehow integrated the Space Needle into like the third jersey. And that was the only one that I did see where I was just like, yeah, this is a Space Needle. Like, I don't see how would they not put that into their logo. It's going to be there. Like, don't even think that it's not, you know.
It's like the other ones have Kurt Cobain in them. You go,
Right.
yep, I get it.
Right.
That's Seattle grunge.
Yeah. The Seattle Nirvanas didn't last long, but they sure were good.
But they were explosive.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it's funny because my mom and I both were doing the same thing because when the scoreboard is up on the screen on the hockey games, the Vegas one is VGK, Vegas Golden Knights. And I look at it and my brain says Vikings for some reason. And the V on the helmet now that I know is there. So I'd always be like, it's like I would call them the Vikings sometimes. I was like, don't say that's not right. The Vegas Golden
Into dad
Vikings.
territory over
Yeah,
here.
I know. Yeah, getting real close to old Barley, that's for sure. Getting real close to that. But at least I knew I came by it honestly. If, my mom and I were both doing the same thing, so it's good to know. But you gonna make a trip out here anytime soon to see your old folks?
Yes, in
Yeah.
August.
Nice.
Middle of August. Going, and then we're going to Steamboat.
For the whole time, or just for a couple days or something?
A lot of it. Yeah, most
Nice.
of it.
That's great.
Yeah. So, yeah, it kind of makes it like, oh, I'm going out to Colorado, but like, and then immediately
Yeah, zipping
going
up there.
off to go do nothing.
Yeah, you gotta spend time with them. I mean, none of our parents are spring chickens, but your pops is a little older than mine, and you wanna spend some good time with them and
Oh, yeah, for sure.
make all that happen. So maybe we'll find a way. Maybe we'll find a way to do the podcast or something. While you're here, maybe something like that. Doing
Maybe.
your
Yeah, I'm
phone.
in.
Is that a donut? What are you eating?
No, it's just bread.
Oh, because it looked like really delicious. Is it just a piece of bread?
It's just a piece of whole wheat bread.
Nothing on it? Did you toast it?
Nothing.
Is
Nope.
that how you usually eat, or is this like an emergency snack?
This is just like I've had a couple beers.
Oh, soak it up.
Just having a thing.
Gotcha. Squelch that acid reflux.
No, exactly. Toss some bread on that. Yeah, it's just boring bread.
That's awesome.
It's my diet.
Yeah. Hey, you can't. That youthful look, that beautiful mane of hair. Anything that happens naturally? Nope.
Nope.
As a
It's all
diet,
Maybelline, baby.
a diet of corn,
Bread.
cornstarch
Popcorn and-
covered. Yeah, popcorn and wheat bread. You basically just eat a lot of
2
air,
beers.
a lot of air and corn syrup. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's delicious.
Yeah, corn syrup's hard to escape.
It really is. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I don't have the gout yet.
Yeah. What is that exactly? Is that what Hamilton had?
Like a
That's what they were fighting against, was the gout. It wasn't
gout,
a revolution.
Gout.
I've got the dirty gout.
They call it the king's disease. What? I'm talking about gout. Talking about? That's right, gout.
The first pope was Petey, and he had the gout. Yes, he did.
Oh, oh no. No.
Yeah,
I
didn't even know
thought
it
I
is.
would watch that Hamilton.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's on
It
the
was on
old.
PBS.
Oh,
Oh, now it's on.
I think it's on Disney Plus, like a version of it,
Disney,
anyways. Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's a little bit more of a we're gonna stand here and sing the songs. I don't think it's like the thing, but I don't know. Maybe it is.
Right.
I've never,
it's
I've not
like
really
a made for
read the
TV
yeah.
version, right?
Yeah.
Like how they did with Cats.
Yes. Yes. Without buttholes. Not Cats. Hamilton. Yeah. No.
I'm waiting for the Hamilton butthole cut.
Yeah. Those butt flaps are just wide open. What do they call those things? Union suits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Union, I did watch The Irishman as well. Well, I'm almost all the way through. I've been watching it like while I work out, which is a weird movie to watch when you're working out. But I like to split my time between like when I'm like I'll watch like some YouTube videos, like just like what's happened in the world, like in the world of film and stuff like that. And then I'll watch a movie trying to like, get myself stimulated for the edit for the day or the shoot for the day. So I popped on The Irishman. And it's a really good movie. But I think I want to have a Fight Me episode where my claim is that Scorsese movies are just Wes Anderson movies shot with more natural light. Like that's pretty much it. Like,
And
they're
violence.
so similar. Yeah. Well, yeah, the violence is but it's like if you could take a lot of Scorsese and put it and match it with Wes Anderson or with Quentin Tarantino, actually. It's interesting. There's a lot of parallels, I think, which is weird.
Take that, Scorsese, you hack.
You,
Quit
you
stealing from those younger filmmakers.
quit stealing from that guy whose first movie came out in 98. You douche.
You
Yeah.
hack fraud.
But it is a good movie. But yeah, the aging, the reverse aging is bothersome the second time through. It's the second time I've seen it. It's real.
We need an 8-year-old version of De Niro? Too young. You went way too far.
Yeah, but they still had him play him, and that's the weird thing. So he's a
When he went
fat,
full boss baby, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, man.
so a tall, fat 8-year-old with like curled up Alzheimer's fingers.
Hey, you looking at me?
Exactly.
You looking at me?
Yeah, it's so bad. I mean, I know they shot a lot of it. I don't know if all of it they shot, on red, but a lot of it. And just the layer upon layer upon layer that had to be done to give them the younger look in some scenes. I mean, the whole scene is so noisy. Like it's just like grainy and noisy everywhere.
Yeah,
because
I would add all that crap on it.
yeah, it's real bad, and you can see it from like way far back too. I was like, oh man, there's grain in like the light areas, like that's how bad it is, and it's just unnecessary. I don't think it's necessary. That's the thing. Thing is, like we all know De Niro for his age at this point, and Pacino for that matter. I just don't think it was necessary to have him play that, to change him that much. If they wanted to have him young, get a young actor to play a version of him like in The Godfather. Or do a deep fake with a person who's skinny, because they still just used his same body the entire time.
Yeah.
So he had old man walk and old man jaunting, and there's a point where he's like punching a guy and his hand is like all curled up like an old guy hand, and he's supposed to be like 30.
And he had a Werther's original he was holding on to.
Well, it
You're
fell
like,
out of his
"Oh,
pocket.
this is
Yeah.
out of his sweater.
Yeah. It was a half-eaten one that he spit out, and he was holding it, saving it for later.
He had put into a napkin accidentally because he forgot to keep the wrapper, so now it's stuck.
Yeah.
And he's peeling the napkin, and it's a mess.
I remember seeing half-eaten Werther's originals at church in the wrapper, like an old guy would have been eating it, and he's like, "Oh, gotta save this for later." And they spit it out and then leave it on the
Stick it in the pew.
the water. What do you call it? Remember the old water fountain?
Oh yes.
The drinking fountain that tasted like metal. Yeah, like legit metal, like actually probably gonna kill you metal. Yeah, sometimes I would drink it just to check. Just be like, does this still taste like metal?
Still, yeah.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
I wonder if I drink enough of this if I'll become a transformer.
Right. Drink enough.
Did you think that?
I did. I figured I'd be Metal Man.
I want to
Or-
be Bunglebee.
I want to be Bunglebee, the first pope. Pastor Bunglebee. Maybe that'll turn me into a hearse.
Who are you? I am Bunglebee. Beep boop boop bop beep boop ba doop doop.
Was that one of the books of the Bible you wrote down in the confirmation test? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Bunglebee?
Bunglebee? That would have been Old Testament.
Yeah.
Past like Deuteronomies. Bunglebee? Bunglebee 2?
Yeah. Third
Bunglebee
Bunglebee.
3. That's my favorite. Oh, that's one of the Lost books.
Yeah.
The Lost Book of Bunglebee. He was a very minor prophet.
Yeah. He was kinda like Snow White, but a guy. He could command everybody in the forest. And he had a bunch of dwarves back when dwarves were real.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it wasn't
And
until
it wasn't an insult.
fourth Bunglebee before he really understood his powers. But they're short books.
And then when Satan stepped in and was like, I'm going to help Bunglebee. And God's like, no, I'm going to help. And it was like the inverse of Job.
Right. Yeah.
And where they're just both giving him stuff and they gave him things from the future. They gave him like a Testarossa. And he's like, this is awesome, but I live on sand. I can't drive this bitchin' car. And they're like, and Satan's like, try all this sweet asphalt, buddy.
Try
He's
it.
like, oh yeah. And God's like, here's some shades. Ching. Bow. Bow.
Well, see,
The
people
Book of
don't
Bunglebee.
realize why when you're like greedy, why we call you a Bunglebee. That's why. Yeah.
But now you know.
Because if you're being a Bunglebee, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even like God and Satan are
Mm-hmm.
both just spoiling you rotten.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the few characters that's in the Bible and the Book of Mormon. It was yeah. The lost book of Bunglebee, that's in the Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they kept giving him wives,
Yeah. He kept giving
husbands.
yeah.
They gave him everything. And he's like, I will take it all.
It's like the Hamilton version of Bunglebee is in the Book of Mormon. Alternate history.
Yeah.
So it's good.
With laser guns. Laser guns. I was like, wow.
There's
This
always
is the
some kind of
coolest book
laser.
of the Bible. How did it get left out?
Oh man. He has a callback in Revelation too. Not Revelation also, Revelation 2. That's in the Book of Mormon.
The Deuce.
As well. Yeah, as they call it.
Rev Deuce.
I did watch that documentary. It's a 3-part series called Murder Among Mormons. Have you seen that? I don't know why I keep asking if you've seen it. It's just,
Yeah, I don't know why. And then just more obscure things. You're
Presume-
like, did you see that?
Did
Not
you?
a prayer.
Yeah, did you see
I haven't
the
even heard of this.
documentary?
I
Well,
probably
you've
don't
read
even know.
Bunglebee. You've read Fourth
was it? Well,
Bunglebee,
yeah, I
but
read-
you haven't.
All 12 books of Bunglebee.
No,
He has
it's
13. He's got a
great.
baker's dozen.
Yeah. It was amazing. I didn't know this ever happened in like the 70s and 80s. It was like this incredible story of a guy who had presumably found all of this famous Mormon literature, like original literature.
Okay.
And it turned into this, whole story of intrigue and murder and double crossing, and it was fascinating and really well done,
Wow.
really well made
Like
and
a
well
real
shot.
super Dateline type of
Yeah,
story.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was good. It was a good one. But it's always weird to me when they show in documentaries news footage, and it's like Tom Brokaw and Peter Jennings and guys like that talking about this in the nightly news, and basically no one having memory of it at all. Like, nope, I don't remember that. It was on the nightly news. Everybody watched the nightly news every night.
Yeah.
But
right.
no one remembers any of this. Yeah. Maybe it's because news culture has gotten so big that we don't really remember what's real and what's not anymore.
Well, yeah. the last few years, it's just been like
Yeah,
we've all been thrown in a washing machine with
For sure.
rocks.
oh yeah, especially the
And we're
last
like,
year.
what? I don't remember. What happened?
What happened? I don't know what happened.
Which one was 9/11 again? Yeah, we're just like,
Yeah. Well, I saw it might have been a TikTok or something. Someone say, what yeah, I think it was what day, like what day of September was 9/11? People were like, I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, it's a tough one. How am I supposed to know that? It's a long time ago. You know? Like, that's kind of not the question, but all right. Moving on. Never forget.
well,
Ish.
at least they remember September.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I always have it.
It's when the towers fall. Fall reference. Is fall? When's fall start?
September
No,
20th or
September
something.
11th is still summer.
Yeah, it's still summer. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the 21st of September, I believe, is the.
Just like we're heading into summer right now. Perfect time of year. I
Right.
love this time of year. It's not humid here yet,
No?
but it's like 70s and sunny and
Oh.
slight breeze, and it's not humid, and it's amazing.
I would expect it to be humid as bizarres out there.
We had moments, and it's going to get back into 90 in like
Mhm.
the next for like a few days again.
Yeah.
So we're hitting it. You getting blasted with hotter than usual?
It's
and
pretty
dry?
hot. Yeah, the last couple of days have been very rainy. So it's still relatively green out there because it's
That's
been
good.
super rainy for a little while. I had some tornadoes, which was delightful. And now
Yeah,
it's
you don't get huge ones there.
yeah.
F3s maybe.
Yeah, they had a few out near actually where my brother lives, or where Luke lives, and they had some pretty crazy ones. Although that one was called they call it like a ground pipe, a wind pipe, a ground tunnel. I don't know, some kind of ground something where it's like the idea is that it actually the pressure starts on the ground and starts spinning a dust thing, and then it meets in the middle from the sky. Pretty crazy, yeah. But it tore up some trailers. Yeah, because that's what it
they
does.
do.
Tore up-
How typical.
Yeah, I know.
Real typical bottoms up tornado.
I know. Be original.
Yeah.
I've already forgotten what our guy from the Bible's name was. Bulbasaurus?
Crap.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back.
Ball-
I'm gonna have to go back and find that.
Syphilis.
I was gonna write it down because I'm gonna put that in the title of the podcast when I upload
Yeah.
it. Which, by the way, I still need last week's from you. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't-
Jerry.
Yeah.
That other movie I didn't watch. Man, I'm on a roll. I'm like 100 for 100.
I gotta say though, I'm really impressed that you watched For All Mankind. I really am genuinely excited about that fact because I didn't think it would be
Yeah.
something that would appeal to you too much. Not because you wouldn't like it, but it's just like it's nothing's happening for a hot minute. You know, like nothing really happens.
There's a slower burn.
Yeah, if
There's
you
a
will.
slow burn.
Mhm.
No, it's because it was space still.
Mhm.
Like I'm into space, so that's where if it was a non-space drama, it would probably be harder for me to be like, all right, I've got to commit.
Yeah.
Gotta do this for the team.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this one, yeah, I was able to get into it.
That's
and
good.
the timing was right where I had a Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Where I could kind of say, hey, I'm gonna do nothing but just binge this. It was rainy and cold here, so it was
Perfect. You just finished your rewatch of the G.I. Joe animated series.
Yeah, the
So it's
third
perfect
time
timing.
of that.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
Perfect.
But
Oh, I'm
although
on a
it's great
Facebook
because
group with GI Joe and like people cosplaying as GI Joe. So every morning I get on Facebook and it's like, here's Blim Blam as Firefly. And you're
Is
like,
that
"Ah,
real?
this is great.
is that real? You're
I
really
have
in
to
that?
show you what the page is. Yeah.
Yes, please. That sounds amazing.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Is it mostly like big fat dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then and then cosplay girls. Yeah.
Yeah, there are a
It's
few
like-
like hot
that's-
cosplay girls. Yeah,
It's the this and the that.
and they all do
Yeah.
Baroness pretty much.
Yeah.
Or do
There's,
they do like
Baroness
sexy
Mondays.
Cobra? Oh, nice.
They do sexy Cobra.
sexy Cobra Commander.
Soldier ladies Friday.
Oh, well. Yeah, well, then.
Wow.
Yeah. There's only 6 people in the group, so it's a lot of the same person, but
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of seems like with the sexy Cobra soldier lady. I'm
Yeah.
like, is this the same blonde over and over?
yeah. Well, I know a girl who has a what was the guy's name? Serpentor? Who's the guy with the
Yeah.
cobra?
Yep.
Yeah, so she does a sexy Serpentor. Yeah. It's pretty great.
I've probably seen it
Yeah.
because there was, I think 2 years ago, I contemplated making a Serpentor costume.
Yeah.
And then riding a Segway because he has like that hover
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But the handles look like a Segway. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oof, if I could make that costume and be on a Segway and just order people around.
Be amazing.
Just be an asshole to people while I'm
Yeah.
segwaying down the street.
Do it. You could make his hovercraft out of you could do that out of like a Razor scooter. You could do it with anything and it would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a Segway would be pretty incredible. I forget his whole thing. Was he actually an emperor of Egypt?
Oh, I can tell you.
Yeah,
all about
please
it.
please do.
Yeah. So this was like a 2 or 3 part. I think towards the end of season 1 of G.I. Joe, and it's Mindbender. This is when Dr. Mindbender kind of shows up initially.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hi, I'm Dr. Mindbender. I'm here." And it's like, who the hell is this crazy looking bald guy with a big mustache? Beefy dude who's a doctor? Okay. And he's like, "I've had premonitions of our future leader," because Cobra is like screwing up all the time. And he's like, "This Cobra guy's got to go." So Mindbender keeps having these visions of this super leader. And so he devises a plan to go around the world and get the DNA from like a bunch of different like leaders, dictators, people throughout history. So he's got like a pharaoh, and he's got Alexander the Great, and I think Rasputin, like all these things. We want the charisma of Rasputin with the tactical knowledge of Alexander the Great, and and so
And the
yeah, so
cigars of Castro.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them. He's always got an old cigar and a beard.
Always has to have a stogie with him.
Yep. And loving baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's this part where, they're getting the DNA and the Joes are trying to stop them. And
Okay.
and then Serpentor is born. And
Wow.
he's just a complete a-hole.
Yeah, I remember that part. He was a real
Because
douche.
somebody's DNA was dropped that would like balance him out. And so
Oh.
he's missing that DNA. So
Gotcha.
it makes him just like this megalomaniacal jerk. And he just puts Cobra Commander in his place right away. And you're like, yeah, this is fun. And Cobra's like, I hate this guy.
Was Cobra Commander wearing the hood at that point, or was he still wearing the silver
He was
mask?
back and forth, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. He was, wasn't
Yeah, he went back and forth.
he? Yeah.
Had the shield one as a kid. I always wanted the hood
Yeah.
version.
I had the hooded version. I always wanted the shield. So there you go.
I think that's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't have both back then.
Nope. You just could not. $4.99 was a lot to ask.
But yeah, Serpentor, awesome.
Yeah, that's a good character. Well, so they knew what DNA. Did we know what DNA was at that point in our history?
They
huh?
gave us a lesson. One of the Joes is like, well, that's ribocloben Fliegenflagen. I was like, oh yeah, that's DNA.
Shut up. What was his name? Shut up, Chow Time. Cook us some waffles.
Get back in the goddamn kitchen. Why don't you peel some potatoes, you asshole?
Oh,
Get back in the brig.
speaking of racial slurs, you see Billie Eilish getting in trouble for
She mouthed something?
yeah,
I
she was
just
like
saw a headline. I didn't look at it.
she was mouthing a racial slur in a song
And
on
she
TikTok.
was listening to rap.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah,
what it was?
exactly.
And
Yeah, it was a rap
like
song.
every white girl ever that
Yeah.
goes, I'm listening to rap. Aren't I bad? And you go, ugh,
Yeah, exactly.
who cares?
I kind of wanted the cancellation to keep going though, because I think that what we need to do, we do need to cancel
Cancel
some
young people.
Yeah, some young woke people now. Like let's cancel them because
Yeah,
she's like the woke mental health queen right now, and it's just like let's cancel her because because she's a dick too, and also she's like, I didn't realize it was so bad, or I didn't realize it was bad. It was like, okay, first of all,
Welcome to being woke by
Right.
wokesters.
exactly, when
Been
you're
woke, bitch.
your face, if this was like a Facebook video, even an Instagram video, you almost give her a pass. TikTok's not old enough for you to have something on there that's offensive, and for you to give me the excuse that you
Right,
didn't know
I
better.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it couldn't have been. Oops, that was 8 years ago.
Right. So no, and also she said the word chink, and that's pretty cut and dry
Yeah.
on the fact that that's offensive. That's an old offensive word, not a new one. Not a new one where we're just like, oh, you can't say poop. It's like, no, that's an old offensive word. So there's really no excuses for that. And also, like, when you're a public figure at that point in time, do you honestly not know that was out there? Like, you didn't want to go back to your TikTok and like kind of
Right.
pop that one
Or
off a
that
few years
she
ago?
didn't have somebody scrubbing. Was it from years ago?
Right. It said it was from 4 or 5 years ago. So, which is amazing. I didn't know TikTok was that old. But again, I don't think that's an excuse at all. I don't.
Well, because on any of those things, like, what's the? I don't know what that safe date is. Well, there kind of became no safe date. Whereas, like, this happened in 1974. That's no excuse. It's
Right.
like,
right.
okay, yeah, sure.
Right.
But also, that was a little bit of a different world.
Yeah.
Then.
But
Yeah, as
also,
opposed to-
not everybody could vote as of a few years before that. So let's give some people a pass. But yeah, something like that is a little bit rough. But I'm just so sick of this like early 20s woke generation thinking that like it's just all a big mistake or whatever. It's like, how about taking some responsibility for your actions? Saying, I said it. I thought it was funny when I was 14. I don't think it's funny now. I missed it. I should have taken it down. You know what I mean? Like, that's a thing.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure apology was fine. I think it was long and laborious, but it's just like,
carefully crafted, word by word.
yeah. But also at the same time, we could also all probably serve to be a little bit less offended by literally everything. That would be okay too.
Yes.
Wouldn't hurt anyone's feelings.
Well, and especially because I think, and where it came from, is this thought of I need to be an ally.
Right.
So therefore, on the behalf of others, I need to be crazy. And anytime I see something that's in relationship to anything, I have to go, this feels like it could be wrong. I think I need to speak up because people want to listen to what I have to say.
That's a good point.
The thing is that no one wants to listen to what you have to say because you're 12.
Right, right.
And it's all new to you. You just woke up yesterday.
Yeah.
It's fine. And the world is fresh and your opinion is right now, you think it's eternal because you haven't had to change your worldview yet.
Right.
So, yeah, I get it. But are you being an ally or are you being a pest that's pissing off the other side and helps give them ammunition to go, look at this other side. These
Right.
people
Get a load of these
are
dicks.
crazy.
Yeah.
Look at what they would do. And it's like, I think you're coming from a 14-year-old's Twitter. No, that's not the voice of another of
Absolutely.
this side.
And so there was a story here in Colorado about a kid he's like 12, and he's doing like this fallen police officer run. So he'll run a mile on a track with a Blue Lives Matter flag, a mile for like every cop who was killed the last 5 years, whatever it was. And and he has like a nonprofit that helps, the families of fallen people. So all sounds wonderful, and it all is wonderful. But, but he seems like a very woke 12-year-old, and like he's doing all this great stuff, and people are just like, look how great this kid is. He's doing so much for, the community, and he cares about police officers and da-da-da. And I'm just like, yeah, but when he's 19 and he like is accused of, raping a girl at a party, we're all going to wonder, well, where did it all go wrong or whatever else?
Right.
And it's because we build up sometimes the wrong sort of like thing. We're not necessarily teaching us how to be good inside. We're teaching us how to be good externally. And that's not necessarily the same thing.
Score points.
Yes.
Yeah,
Score those social
in,
points.
in society. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Scoring those societal
and just
points.
be able to pat yourself on the back and then go, well, I'm not like a blah blah. I am civilized until someone goes, okay, guy, let's back it up 3 years ago when you said beep beep boop beep beep.
Right. Yeah. And our I mean, we've got a lot that we've talked about on our podcast that, taken out of context would not be a good thing. Even, what I just said, like, but the point is that we've become so reliant on appearances, not just now, like it's always been like that. Like in the 50s, we were reliant on appearances because no one knew our private lives. Well, now we're putting out a version of our private lives on social media, which is still not the true private life. Exactly. Someone will say, where you been? I haven't seen you in a while. It's like, well, just because I'm not posting on social media every day doesn't mean that I'm not like working hard and doing a lot of things or whatever. Yeah. Right. But to a lot of people, you don't exist if you're not on the social pants. And that's a fascinating thing too. Well, and I think
especially if you like for you, if you have been off of it more recently, where people go, I'm used to seeing you. So where'd you go? Right. And that's where it's like, yeah, people do that. Like I look and I feel like there's just a handful of people that are consuming my feed of like real people, not G.I. Joe cosplay or what's the other scale model weathering techniques.
Well, I was watching a couple of guys on YouTube for a little bit. They're like financial, guys. And it came to the point where I actually had to unfollow them or unsubscribe so that if I felt like watching other videos, I might go to their page because they were posting like 5 to 8 videos a day.
Whoa.
And so I was just like, well, so if I go to my subscriptions tab, the only thing that's on there is these 3 guys. And so it looks like this is all I have.
Bombarding.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I don't think that that's necessarily very healthy. But I mean,
oh, no.
It's not my
not
thing.
Not for them and not for the people watching.
Yeah.
Because you're just getting too like,
it's all their
I see
perspective.
in comments where people on a thing, like, maybe I'll tune to something, and then you see someone that's like, thank God you posted a thing. I was like getting an itch, Like people are addicted to waiting for that person's video to come out.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, holy mackerel, get a job.
That's why I kind of backed off. Well, I backed off the YouTube because I'm just too busy. I mean, I don't have time. I don't. Well, let's not. Exactly. It's not even that I don't have time. I don't want to take the time. Because I am really focused on, building the business, which can be said like that. All those things could help me, yes. But I found myself so focused on just putting out the content, just getting it done, just sending it out there. It didn't matter what it was, that I became a version of myself as an artist that I didn't want to be anymore. And so I was like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to just put out videos with the hopes that it gets likes and views and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to do it when I want to do it. And that's it. I haven't done a YouTube video in a minute, so I'm excited to do one, but I'm, and I would love to do more, but it's just too much going on in real life to make that happen. But yeah, because I see it. I see the YouTubers, and they always go down the same path. It's like they have the one video that's their breakout video. They go up like a rocket ship. And the next thing you know, they're doing 2 to 3 videos a week, and it's about absolute nonsense. And they continue to repeat themselves. So especially like the camera guys, every 6 to 8 weeks, they have their set of like new studio tour or I'm switching to Sony or whatever. They're choosing like they have the thing that they keep repeating because it's like it's the easy go back to that they know is going to like grab the views just like that. Right. It's very annoying.
Yeah, because they're paying attention to an algorithm, and they're saying, if I pump videos with these words in the title, it does better. Okay.
Then this is going to happen. And Ooh, that's bright on my face hole.
Oh,
there we go.
Boy. Yeah, and I feel too like, what's the thing where I've kind of watched some of the Easter egg things, like on Loki or Bad Batch, whatever.
Yeah.
Same guys that do, these videos, all these videos. I'm like, I guess this is just what your life is
Yeah.
watching an episode of a thing and then dissecting the living hell out of it.
Yeah.
And putting a video together with a bazillion references.
You must
Wow.
love it because that is
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
Like, that's your
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah.
But like, even those guys, you see where it's like, oh, they're putting out maybe multiples a week, but it's all still kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like they're kind of dissecting. It's like they made a big mega video and then they just kind of
Yeah.
found a way to break it up. Well, no, in this one I'm talking about this aspect of this episode,
Right.
as opposed to just the Easter eggs. And it's like, it's all the same.
It's all the same. It's all the same. And I don't like it. And
But
the
it
thing
works,
is, like,
and they're getting
Yeah.
tens, hundreds of thousands of views. So it's like, who cares?
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so much of it is just pandering to the audience in a way that I don't want to. I just don't have the desire to do that and to make that happen. Just, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird. I guess just what you're built for. I am definitely not built to please everybody. That's for sure.
Or just to, I don't know. Just to commit to that thing. It's like the video stuff I do, I always want to keep it fun and not a job. If that makes
Right.
sense. I think
Oh,
I've
yeah.
kind of gone the opposite, where you kind of said, hey, I can make this my thing. And
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, I got my jobs that I do, and then on the weekends I get to go work on this little thing, magical thing, and it's fun and enjoyable. But in keeping it like that, it's like,
Yeah.
whenever it does get stressful and I do have deadlines, it's like, it's fine, because it's still, I enjoy it,
Yeah.
and it still beats theater.
I don't know why anyone stays with the theater. I mean, it's just there's nothing
be
about it that
curious
works.
post-pandemic.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they can find designers and stuff, 'cause
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people went, oh man, that was really not horrible.
Not stressful.
Last few months.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I wasn't going not enough budget, not enough time. I hate my life. Yeah.
What's his name? James Corden. From Cats, of course. He had made a comment that
Mr. Beelzebub.
yeah.
I can't remember his name.
I was trying to put it into words one day and I couldn't and and then I heard him say it and I was like, yes, it's exactly what I was trying to say. Was that, and this is specific to Broadway
Theater
shows.
sucks ass. Is that what he said?
Yeah. It says theater
Just
sucks
kidding.
kitty butthole. It was specifically to Broadway. It's like you'll see a lot of Broadway shows, and there's basically like two types of Broadway shows. The one that you walk away and you go, wow, that was amazing. And then the other one is, wow, that changed my life. Like when it comes to like that level, they're all just amazing. But under that level, it's a real crapshoot, man. Like it's like, so Broadway, like it'll survive, and like Broadway musicals and all kinds of stuff, they're gonna be fine because they're truly like insane. But theater in general, I've been to way more bad theater shows than good ones, like without a doubt. But all the bad ones I've been to and I've been in, you still put in the same amount of work as a Broadway show to a certain extent, at the end of the day, no matter what the outcome is.
The teeniest shows, some of them, I'm just like, that was an absurd amount of work for this thing. Yeah. And then if you have a director who's like super picky, then it doesn't matter how big or small the show is. You're just like,
Yeah, I can't with that. I'm probably not picky enough as a director on things. I don't know why that is. I'm not like picky or perfection-y a lot of times. I just
Like
kind of
when
go
you're
with
doing
what
a
works.
shoot?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's kind of, I don't know that you would get better results when it's, because you're talking about your interaction with like the people, the business people.
Yeah, well, yeah, and
Shooting
also
them?
just like, that for sure. And then also just, I did like a bunch of narrative commercials recently, and I wasn't gonna like try to find the absolute perfect, costume or whatever else. It was like, I found what looked good, found what worked, and I got it done. And I feel like I'm a puppy mill sometimes where I'm just turning it out, just get it going. I would love to find some balance in there of like getting to be picky. But the thing is, like, no one has budgets. Like, I'm buying all this stuff on my own. I'm buying all this stuff on the money that I'm getting paid to make these things for.
Yeah, it's part of your...
Yeah. So it's not like I have a salary or like I have a cut plus the budget to make it. You know, that's not how it works. So it will eventually, just not right now. So I'm trying to make a lot out of a little at the moment.
Right.
So sometimes I sacrifice certain production value things for great camera work. No, I mean production value by what I mean by that is like the sets and things like that, not the actual production value. How does it sound? How does it look?
Right.
I'm just kind of trying to work with what I got.
Well, that's your focus. Where like I am like the opposite, where it's like I can spend all this time making all the things that the camera will pick up, but then it's like, oh crap, now I'm shooting it, and I'm not really interested in cameras, and my camera's crappy. Now I'm shooting it with garbage, you know, and it's like, whoops, that doesn't do any good if you can't capture it, Eric.
Right. Well, that's why you should come join Nine Stories Creative. You're gonna be, what would we call you? You'd be like the production designer.
Yeah, production design. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Inverse Job.
Yeah. right. Actually do something. Job never did anything.
Yeah.
Or that guy from the Bible we can't remember.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Inverse Job. What
Yeah.
the hell's that guy's name?
What is his name?
Begiesel.
We're going to have to go back. Let's go back to the recording, but too bad we're recording right now.
Is anyone listening?
Yeah, can anyone tell us? Can anyone tell us the ridiculous thing that we said earlier?
The dumb thing I said?
Yeah. I really wish
I
that...
know I said a lot of them. I said a lot
Yeah.
of dumb things.
If you
but
can
that
list
one
one.
specific one we're looking for.
One of the stupid things that we said, that would be fantastic. Well, Nico commented on the Facebook feed, so you must be able to see it. Don't know why we can't, but
Like
he
recently?
said, "Go Knights, go!" How dare you, Nico? How dare you?
Dare you, but also, wow.
Oh yeah.
Did not see that coming.
Oh yeah. What's happening?
I thought those Canada teams were garbage. Oh, what's happening? So
right?
are they ahead now? Did they come back?
Oh, I'm gonna check it out. Check it out. Out.
They were
As the Habs would say.
No.
Here we go. Bum, bum,
Herod
bum.
would respond to Britney Spears' claim. Wow, this Britney Spears business is.
Who
blowing
responded
up.
to her?
I don't know what she said, but
Oh, well, she went to court, I think, to try to get out of...
been blocked from removing her IUD.
yeah.
Right, she went to try and reconstitute herself. What do you call it?
Yeah.
You can take control of yourself. Is that what she's trying to do?
Yeah, because she has, what do they call that? A constitutional monarchy? What do you call that honor that she's got going on?
She has a patriarchy happening on her. Yeah, her dad's taking power over her.
Yeah, kind of owns her estate. 2-2 right now. Canadians and Vegas Golden Knights.
How deep are they in the game?
6 minutes left in the third.
Oh boy.
I mean, I really do want the Knights to win this game. I want both of these series to go to Game 7. How great would that be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, the other one went to overtime.
Mhm.
And Islanders pulled it out.
They did. See, and I was
That
looking at
one
that game.
sounded like a good one.
That looked like the Avs from whatever night that was, where nothing was going in. I was like, nothing's going in. Nothing's going in for these guys. They're not going to win this game. And then all of a sudden they scored, and then they scored in overtime. I mean, that was a beautiful block. Did you see it at the overtime
Yes.
goal? Yeah. Where for whatever reason,
Or no, that was at the end of regulation on an earlier game.
I was thinking about
That one
the
where
overtime goal from the last game, the winner that took it to Game 7. It was like the Tampa Bay player was trying to. It was down on their end, just in front of the goal, and instead of clearing it or taking it and just taking it behind, he passed across the goal. So as he passed across the net, the guy from the Rangers or the Islanders just like reached out and grabbed it and then pulled it back and set himself and shot it. And he was like 6 feet away, bounced right off the goalie's chest and in. It was amazing but it was one of those luck moments where he happened to be in the right place and right time, and he made a fantastic move on the puck. It was incredible. Yep. So yeah, Game 7, baby. Here we go.
So when you're like the GOAT in that way of like,
the bad way.
I passed
But the Avs gave up a goal like that, trying to go across the net deep in their territory, and that was like one of those turning points in the series where you're like, oh, they're making weird mistakes now. This might not go well. Yeah.
Because Kadri was out.
Yeah. Yeah, he was still out.
Enough to just see, because he would have come back for Game 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he would have been out for.
With him being out, did that affect them that much?
I don't think it affected them that much.
Get like out coached.
It wasn't like not having Tom Brady. No, I think the Knights just won. Well, I mean, they were the top 2 teams in the league, in the whole of NHL, and the Avs only won the President's Cup basically by like a technicality, because I think that they edged them out by like a half point or something crazy. Yeah. So they were both like insanely good teams. So it wasn't like one was an upset or anything like that. It was just like,
oh, for sure.
It was just unfortunate because you had these 2 amazing teams that had to play each other, and you have all these shit Canadian teams that are in the playoffs, even though Canadians are pretty good. So
I know now I'm going. I guess I have to throw that out the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or else the Canadians just weirdly. See, that's like usually the team that wins the cup is that weird outlier team that everyone said, I don't know, they were like our 12th favorite to win the cup.
Yeah,
exactly. The team that wins every year almost. Like the team that's supposed to win, when they win, it's rare.
I mean, like the Avalanche being the favorite basically at the beginning of the season, that's a tough place to be. I mean, it's like being the Patriots, or it's like being the Chiefs or whatever. It's like, if you're the favorite, then you're the team to beat, and that can be a tough place to be as a team.
And you've got they only had 50 games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually 80 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hockey, that's brutal.
I would say 50 is plenty. It's
like 50 is still insane.
50 is a good number, because the thing is, by the end of if you win the Stanley Cup in 7 games, you've played a third of another season.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's crazy. Play like over 30 games to win the Stanley Cup.
At minimum 16 games.
Yeah.
But definitely more like probably double at least.
So you can play like a quarter to a third of an entire new season if you go to the Stanley Cup Finals and win. Mm-hmm. That's a lot. Man, that's a lot of games.
And it goes well into almost summertime.
It's like September.
They're
finishing up.
Finished in April.
Yeah.
And you're into June going, oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's great though. There is that long, dark period though right around the All-Star break if hockey's over, shortly after that. There's that period of time where it's just baseball. That's all you got to watch. There's no hockey, no football, nothing like that. So that's a tough time.
Baseball All-Star. 4th of July time. Yep.
But I love October. Like, this is one of my favorite times because I love the Stanley Cup playoffs, and that's all happening when baseball season's getting interesting. And then my other favorite, NFL playoffs, by far my favorite time of year, sports-wise. I love the NFL playoffs because every game has consequences. Every game is important from wild card weekend on. So I love that time of year. But I also love the World Series time because World Series time, usually you've got baseball games like every other night, and you've got a football game every other night. You've got Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and then Sunday night and Sunday. And then you've usually got like 2 or 3 baseball games scattered in there. So it's kind of it's a fun time. It's a fun time.
It's fun.
It's fun.
They go into October.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing a full season, right?
They are, full season. They're in theory going to full capacity by the All-Star game. So, which would be cool.
Well, everyone's going to be vaccinated by then.
Let's all get the Rones. Let's go. Did you ever get the Roni Roan or not?
don't know. I always assume.
Have you heard of the
That's
coronavirus?
your
Have you?
answer for
You know what this
everything,
is? I
No,
don't
I
think
didn't watch
I've
that
not
one.
seen coronavirus.
haven't seen it.
Is that a cartoon?
Is that with Dustin Hoffman? No, I didn't see it.
Is that the one where he plays the slow guy who's dressed like a butterfly? Is that him? That coronavirus?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Good film.
Target, definitely Walmart.
Good film.
Crap, I just got canceled.
How dare you? And maybe that's what happened on Facebook. Maybe our thing got taken down because we were
got
talking about Niki Lauda's boobs in Formula One, just flopping around. Yeah. How dare you?
Floppy pancakes.
Floppy Formula One pancakes. That's the title of our episode.
Formula One flappers.
Floppy F1 pancakes.
Floppy crepes.
Floppy crepes. Dry donuts. Where are we at here? We got 3.5 minutes. Nope, 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Still 2-2.
Oh man, in the game.
Yeah.
Holy crap, it's gonna be overtime.
Pretty even though. 34 shots to 30 shots. Vegas to Montreal. So pretty evenly matched.
I wonder, are they playing Fleury or are they sticking with Leonard?
Let's see
Fleury gave
here.
up that one game.
Yeah, it's not Fleury. It's what's his name? What's his name? Leonard?
Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that got lit up by
7-1.
Colorado in game 1.
Yeah. That's why I thought that I really thought that I was going to be that. After that insane routing, I thought that the series was going to be that.
I was always a little worried. I'm just always like, when a team blows someone out early in the series,
Yeah.
it's always like, I've seen the teams come back. Like the Bruins got blown out in, what was it, against the Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of people thought the Lightning could win way back 10 years ago when the Bruins did win the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like smashed in the first game of the third series, and then it was just like, and then after that they just overtook them.
Yeah.
I think it was over in 6. Yep.
Was it 6 this year? 6 or 7?
This one, Bruins got taken out in 6. They had the same exact. They went downhill as fast and the exact same way that Colorado did.
Yeah.
I think they were both up 2-1 in the series, and then it was just downhill from there. Didn't win another
Brutal.
one.
I would really like to see, though, for next year, a shift to the TV schedule of these hockey games, because it's like,
yeah, even I'm now
brutal.
like I can't. I've never years ago I would have been blown away that now I go, all right, I watch some hockey. I click.
Yeah.
Second round of playoffs. Click. Or
Yeah.
even one of the teams I'm interested in. Time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, it's just so many games, but it's like even on the days that I was super excited to watch hockey, and maybe I got done early, and so I was home by 6, and I was like, I'm gonna watch some games. Well, when the game you want to watch doesn't start till 9 basically p.m., it's like, oh, if I start watching hockey now, I'm gonna be tired of it by the time the game I want to watch comes on, and I'm already tired because it's 9 o'clock because I'm getting old now. I love 9 o'clock is like when I'm edging to bed. It's like let's go to sleep.
Right.
Well, it's almost 11
Yeah.
for you though.
Theory. Yeah. Heading towards 11.
Yeah,
I'm not trashed, so it's all right.
that's good. It's a good start. Do you work at the Target in the morning or?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yep.
Target boutique.
Monday through Friday.
Oh wow! All right, 5 days a week. 5 days
Yeah,
at the costume
I've been
shop too.
doing Both 5 days a week.
Yeah.
That's what I do, and then weekends off.
Yeah, like
So then
6-hour
I work
shifts.
on Side stuff. 4 hours. 4 and then like 6.5.
Okay, that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
It's a lot. I'm sleepy all the time.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. But at least got the weekends off. That's
That's
good.
why I turn off hockey. I go, I can't even
Yeah.
if I tried, I'd pass out.
Yeah, not happening no matter what.
Yeah, my 2 a.m. days are long gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, me too. Yeah,
That's where, those days when it's like I didn't have to go into work till 11.
yeah,
I was like, boom, I'm watching all the hockey. I'm watching the West Coast games, go into overtime.
yeah.
Fine, whatever.
Not like that now.
Now I'm like, East Coast, second intermission. ready to-"
Good night. Good night. Yeah, I've been, trying to get to bed early-ish, but when I'm in Fort Collins with Sarah, it's like, or Loveland, I guess, but like her and her little guy, we try to get him to bed like 8-ish or so, give or take. It takes a long time to get him to sleep, and
Oh,
a
for
lot of
sure.
times you end up falling asleep like with him.
Doesn't wanna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. By the time he goes out.
Yeah. So it's like 9:15, and you like wake up and he's asleep, and you're like, what just happened? It's like now you have a choice to make, and the choice is,
Am I done?
do you rally, and stay up? Because if you rally, then you're up until like 12:30 or 1.
Right. Sure.
But
Yeah,
if you
you
go to
took a full second
sleep,
wave.
you get like a good like 9 hours. So that's your like those are your two options. It's a tough choice usually, but yeah. So last week we did both. The first night of the weekend we chose to go to sleep. Second night we chose to rally. So it's a nice balance between the two things. Yeah.
Right. Well, and yeah, it was easier to rally because you slept the first night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I had a crazy dream. So the rule on the weekends is so her son Huck, he gets up at like 6:30. Like he wants to get up and get that good Saturday morning going. You know, he's excited about it.
Is he cartoons? What's he doing?
He just wants to hang out. He wants to play.
It's
Just yeah, he's all
yeah,
about the
I'm
play.
awake.
Mhm.
I love weekends.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a little kid.
Because I don't have to go to school. I can hang out. It's so much fun. So but the rule is I get to sleep until 8:30 on Saturdays. Like that's like the thing. But we're talking 8:30 on the dot. He's there waking
It's
me
like,
up.
Yeah, Santa. When are we gonna go check out the gifts on Christmas? Yeah,
Exactly.
No, you have to wait till whatever.
Yep. So you're waiting.
Seconds till right.
Watching
there.
the digital clock click over. But usually he wakes up about 6:30. So I get like an hour and a half of like a second sleep, and I go deep into REM sleep like immediately, and I'm having dreams. Yeah, like dreams. And one of them I had was that all of my teeth were rotting, and they're like black. Like these teeth were all black and falling out, and like just covered in green and brown goo and stuff like that. And then I was dreaming this, like I was looking in the mirror in the dream, my teeth were rotting out. And then I felt this like on my arm, and I like came out, and Huck was on the side of the bed, like waking me up. So it was like real disconcerting. It was a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have real life interaction coming in on top of it.
Yeah. That was a weird one. Those are the weirdest dreams I have for sure, are the ones that I have in that
It's
hour that I get to
funny
sleep extra.
You say that. I feel like my roommate has very recently said the same thing. Where he'll like wake up and then go back to sleep and then have nutso dreams.
Yeah.
I wake up. I'm a person who barely ever remembers my dreams.
Yeah.
Hardly
Oh, me
ever.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess I haven't had, like I say, I'll wake up at like 5 a.m. and then go, okay, I still got like most of an hour left.
Mm-hmm.
And then get up a little before 6. But yeah, I'm not waking up going, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I did have a dream like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago I remembered one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sparse.
Yeah. I never
But yeah, if
remember
you
my
get into a
dreams.
routine.
Mm-hmm. Usually it's just
Or
sleepy.
if I eat some, like, you know, I'll have a ribeye at midnight or something, you know,
Yeah.
it's really stupid. Then your body's like,
Yeah. I got things to say to you. Yeah.
I'm mad at you, and you're going to have a terrible night.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, we had a great night. Smoking Hot
did.
Nerds podcast minus 2 nerds. It's kind of a bummer, but you know, we're having a good time.
Yeah, we
Good
were
time.
lukewarm.
We were
are.
medium.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Like a slow boil nerds.
Like a tepid.
Tepid. It's like the water after you've boiled some hard-boiled eggs, but you let them sit too long, and the water's just like kind of cold, like that. Yeah. Well, bring it back to the Bible. Don't be lukewarm. That's what God says. Don't be lukewarm. I want you hot. I want you
be
cold.
Hot Peter.
Yeah. Be mini hot Peter. The first hot pope.
Would you like to see my hot Peter? Sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave.
Inappropriate, even for a pope. It is not okay.
But it's got the mitre
Yeah.
hat and everything. We just show you once, real quick.
It's got a staff.
Just a flash.
It's got a little incense burner hanging from it.
It'll give you rosary beads. Okay.
All right, everybody. It's been fun, but it's time for the Smoking Hot Nerds to go to bed because Eric's got a busy morning. So do I. I'm going to Nebraska this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, shooting some stuff.
That no one ever. Nebraska.
No one's ever reacted to it that way. Yeah.
Nebraska.
Hey-o.
What?
Yeah. It's Nebraska Land Days. It's their rodeo,
Oh.
and I'm shooting some stuff for their concert. So
Where you at? Butte.
North Platte, home of Buffalo Bill. Nope, Wild Bill Cody. Buffalo Bill, one of the Bills. That's where he's from. Wild Bill, I think.
I
Yep.
still get them confused, even when I've learned it like 7 times.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Yeah, it's Wild Bill is the guy who lived in North Platte, Nebraska. So he's got a house there and a museum and everything. So he's doing well though. He's doing good.
Is he doing okay? Nice.
Yeah, he's doing
got a
real
little
good.
place set up there.
Yeah, real happy.
Catch him out.
Real
Get some
happy.
tea.
Yeah. Whiskey and tea, mostly.
With his back to the wall.
Yeah, always back to the wall. Was that the one who died, or was it Buffalo Bill who died like that? See?
I think it's Wild Bill.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're right.
Aces over 8s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffalo Bill was the one who had like the touring rodeo with Annie
Yeah,
Oakley and stuff,
he
right?
was
Gotcha.
Wait.
See?
The one.
It's hard to
He
remember.
wasn't with Annie Oakley. He was with some other lady. But the one that's in Deadwood.
Oh yeah, Shmanny Schmokley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's Smandy Schmokley.
She's my favorite. The one from Deadwood. Oh, I watched the pilot of that, and I was just like, after the 4th blowjob, I just like, I'm done. I can't watch this show. It's like you're just trying too hard to get me all riled up, and I'm just not into it.
Yeah, people are just like, there's how many seasons, and you people kept watching this?
Yeah.
Oh, just
Yeah.
felt like torture.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna show you how terrible everything is.
You said cocksucker 16 times in the first 40 seconds of the pilot. I don't understand what's going on. I can't watch this. This is crazy. Yeah. Come up with another term.
Yeah, Annie Oakley shows up. Fart shit, poop spaghetti. Wah! You're like, okay.
Yeah. But it's okay. We've got a character that no one's ever seen before. Who is it? It's Timothy Oliphant playing a gunslinger. What? Again? Yeah. It's just like, well, no, but it's in the past.
But no, it was first.
Oh, was
the first
Deadwood
time.
first? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I
Deadwood
watched the
started
pilot, it
him
was not.
being that guy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then he did
Justified.
Justified.
What were you going to call it?
Outlaw-ish.
The tiniest
Like
outlaw.
Blackish.
That's what it was
I
called.
think it's that same. Who's the comedian that has Blackish? He also had a outlaw.
Outlaw-ish.
Gunslingers.
In Times New Roman.
Where I was
Outlaw.
like,
dot
now you're
ish.
just putting ish at the end of
Yeah.
everything. It's
Yeah.
like it made sense with Blackish, and then there was mixed ish. Okay.
Yeah. And then I think that I do like mixed outlaw-ish.
RoboCop
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah. Yeah, by RoboCop-ish. It's good. Good show.
Yeah, steep.
Yeah, very.
Character arc there.
Well, everyone, thanks for listening to the Smoking Hot Nerds podcast. Find us anywhere podcasts are listened to. I got to go in. By the way, folks, if you're looking for us on Spotify, I discovered that the link was broken. So I have to jump in, and I have to go through all 72 episodes, and I have to fix the link for Spotify on the show notes. Yes, it's going to take me a while. It's not going to be fun, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for the team. So
Captain Coder over here.
I know, right? Old Captain Coder. That's who I am.
Sorry, Nico, you lose.
Yeah.
You're not the Captain
This
Coder.
is me.
You're only second lieutenant.
Actually, it's more just click on the edit and then paste. But we'll call it coding.
Yeah,
Because I'm Captain Coder.
that's right.
I'm Buffalo Captain Coder. Or is it Wild Bill Captain Coder?
I don't know which one it is.
Could be either one. It's hard to tell.
Are you HTML or
Yeah.
which?
I'm Dot Matrix. Is that a thing?
Oh,
I don't know.
sure.
Yeah. Penguin. No, what's the one called? Linux.
Lennox.
Yeah. I'm
Annie
Lennox Lewis.
Oh, Annie Lennox Oakley.
I like that we both went for different Lennoxes. Yours was Annie and mine was Lewis. That's good. It's comedy.
Always going with the Brits.
Yeah, we're comedians.
It's us.
Yeah, that's us to a T. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye.